Hi boys and girls! Today's learning target is I can understand and use new words. Words are actually going to be the theme of our next reading and writing unit. In your My Book, the next big chapter is called Use Your Words. So think for a moment, what does it mean when someone tells you or tells someone else to use your words? Well, there could be a couple different meanings to that. If someone tells you to use your words, that could be another way of saying speak up and say what's on your mind. Or maybe it's an encouragement to use the words that you know in your reading and your writing and your speaking. So, as we work through this unit, you're going to be thinking about the different ways that people use words and language in different ways, depending on what they're doing. You would use different words in a text message conversation than you would if you were writing a paper to go in the newspaper, an article to go in the newspaper. You would use different words if you were doing a song than if you were cheering for your favorite team at a game. We use our words in lots of different ways, and that's what we're going to be exploring in this unit. Let's get our My Books and open them up and get started. Okay, so I've opened up my digital My Book to page 106. Grab your My Book and meet me here. You'll want to pause the video while you do that. All right, now that you've got your book, let's take a look at this new chapter. It starts off with a quote. "The limits of my language mean the limits of my world," by Ludwig Wittgenstein. Take a moment and think about what those words mean to you. What might Ludwig have been saying when he made that quote? The limits of my language mean the limits of my world. Well, you might have had some similar ideas, but it basically means that the more we know, the more ways we can learn about and understand the world. So the essential question that we'll be digging into for this unit is, how do people use words to express themselves? Let's watch a video to think about that a little more.
It's recess again, and Shelly's got the cool marbles that I want to choose. She's really good at this, but it's like the third day in a row that she snagged that set. When do I get to make something? Hey Shelly, what you doing?
Oh, hey Sarah, just working on my new design.
Does she really not see me here? Can't she tell I want to play? You're really good at that. Why won't she let me help her? It's obvious I'm interested, isn't it? I guess I need to be more creative. Mind if I read here?
Go ahead. Ha, yes.
Oh my gosh, this book is so funny.
Oh yeah? That's cool.
This isn't working. How do I convey that I want to work on this set too? Recess is almost over. So, are you bored with that?
What are you talking about?
Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Of course it matters. What's wrong?
Well, I kind of wanted to design something too.
Oh, really? Great. You can help. What should go here?
Cool. Thanks.
Sure. All you had to do was ask.
No!
Oh well, there's always tomorrow.
I should have asked her sooner. But sometimes it's hard to express myself. How about you? Do you ever have trouble figuring out what to say?
So in that video, the young girl was using a lot of words that talk about how to use your words. Words about words, basically. And these are going to be our big idea words for this unit. Join me on page 108 to learn about our new vocabulary words. So, one of the words she used in the video was express. It's a verb, it's an action word or a thing you do. When you express yourself, you show what you feel and think. For example, their smiles express that they're happy to be at the party. The smiles are showing how they think and feel. Another important word that talks about how to use words is the verb convey. Convey is when you, when you convey information or feelings, you communicate to make an idea understandable to someone. It sounds a little bit like you might have heard of a conveyor belt, something that carries things along in a factory or places like that. It carries things along with it, just like your words carry information and feelings. Here it is in a sentence. The teacher will convey what he expects of his students. So the teacher will communicate to make his expectations understandable to the students. Another important word in this unit is chronicle. A chronicle is a thing, it's a noun. And a chronicle is a story or account of a series of events. We read a chronicle about how Sacagawea helped Lewis and Clark as they traveled west. So they read a story about a series of events that happened while Sacagawea helped Lewis and Clark. Another popular book series with chronicle in the name is Chronicles of Narnia, a story about things and events that happened in Narnia. The last important word in this unit is creative. Creative is a describing word, it's an adjective. And someone who's creative can imagine ideas and invent new things. Artists are often very creative people. So, on page 109, there is a word web to help you think about these new words. You can put phrases and things that mean the same to help you remember what these words mean, or you can add little sketches if that helps you. You might put antonyms, opposite words, but make some kind of mark that you know that that word you chose is the opposite. So as I work on this, for example, on chronicle, in one of those bubbles, I might write the word story, because a chronicle is a kind of story. It's a story about a series of events. I might put an example sentence off of another bubble. You can add more bubbles if you need to. That's all for now. See you in the next video.